As time passes, we are very aware that we've been losing the opportunity to hear from the boys in person. As their children and grandchildren, we felt the responsibility to document the history of the boys and to preserve it for their future generations. This is why we've set up a new history archive within the website of the 45 AIDS Society. It is the largest single source of information about this unique group of orphans who survived the Holocaust and were brought to Britain after the war. With the help of our historical advisor, Rosie Whitehouse, what started as a modest research project has grown to involve a team of researchers, many of whom are descendants of the boys.
The boys' stories are so many different things. They're stories of survival, they're stories of immigrants, of immigration, of starting a new life, of cultural shock, cultural differences, cultural integration. They're also just stories of young people trying to have fun, meeting new people, making new friends, starting a life, starting new jobs, learning new languages, all of which we and people my age still do today.
They're more than just Holocaust survivors. They created a family, they established themselves in a country that they knew nobody in, where they didn't speak the language. And so ultimately it's a story of resilience and perseverance, and I think that it's incredibly important to kind of share that because people can learn from it.
I think not many people can say that they were able to be the first to sort of tell a piece of history, also from such close proximity and such relations to the stories themselves. I think it's really special that we've been able to do this.
Yeah. This project's been an amazing proof that we can actually all contribute towards this legacy and actually uncover new parts of the stories of the boys that we never before knew. And I think everyone's done an amazing job in researching, writing, editing, creating, coming up with ideas, and really putting together the beginnings of this archive that really is ongoing. It's not finished, it's not finite, it's going to be there to be built on for hopefully years to come.
The core of the archive is made up of over 700 profiles of the boys. We've also written profiles on more than 70 birthplaces the boys originate from, in order to provide a context and a vital link to their lives before the Holocaust. We hope the online archive will be useful to many people, from educators to historians, from academics to archivists, and indeed anyone who has an interest in learning about the remarkable stories of the boys.
For me, I think what's the most exciting kind of group of people who I think will really benefit from this are people who may be children or grandchildren, great-grandchildren of survivors, relatives of survivors, but really not know much about those survivors' stories. And through the website, we'll be able to discover not only more about their survivor's story, but the birthplace of that survivor, the other survivors that came from there too, and begin to draw connections. And again, this is something that has already happened. People who didn't even know that their survivor relative was one of the boys has discovered that through coming across our website. So it was really, really exciting, and I think a lot of people can benefit from using this wonderful resource.